Today's February 8th, 2019, and this is episode 38 of PlaneSavers. Camera. Hey folks, hopefully that worked out. It is minus 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, sorry, minus 37 degrees Celsius, minus 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's supposed to warm up tomorrow. I think this might be the last day of the big cold snap. Fingers crossed.
Cool, eh?
You want to say hi to everybody on PlaneSavers?
Hi to everybody on PlaneSavers.
Victor's all the way from the Czech Republic, and you're just in school in
Žilina, Slovakia.
Slovakia. So
hi to all the fans in Slovakia. Čaute všetci. Zdravím vás z Kanady.
Right on. Okay, so let's head back inside and see if any of this footage worked. It's a 3-camera shoot, so maybe we can get some 3 angles. But as you can see, I'm wearing gloves today. Whew, when you get 3 cameras on, oh man, my fingers hurt. Okay. Whew. One thing I wanted to tackle today was I was getting a little bit of a ribbon in the comments yesterday about saying unthaw. And we're going to see in the next one if my hands ever unthaw. See you guys. See you on Friday. Which is a common phrase here in Canada, or northern Canada at least. But I could tell, you know, it's not like the proper grammar. Unthaw, meaning, you know, freeze. So I looked it up, and sure enough, unthaw in North American is means to unfreeze. So it doesn't make any sense, but yeah, let's get back in the office and get this footage and see what we're going on. I think today we're going to head down and see Miss Montana. We got a fan that shot a video with Miss Montana. It's pretty lighthearted, so I think I'm going to throw that together for you guys, and we're going to get today started.
So this is amazing because of Mikey and PlaneSavers, something I watch on YouTube. I happen to be in Missoula, Montana, when he talks about the Miss Montana being restored. We're here. We came by the museum. Sorry, it won't press the button, but we're at a museum. How many have been this close to a jet engine before? They have all kinds of cool things here. There's a jet engine behind me. Used to power a J65. Used to power a F84. This is really cool. Look, that's how close. Some of the cool things. You can hear the work on the DC-3 in the background. I'll post a video over there. Wow, this is really cool. There's no engine. They have these panels open. They almost look like hinges, but what it is it's got this metal rod, and I don't know if you can see it right here. They just pull this metal rod out, and it basically undoes the hinge, so they can access all the electrical. The electrical's on this side. Let me go to the other side. And then we got all the, I don't know if, I think this is fuel lines. And then down here, maybe hydraulics. Down here is where they put the fuel tanks in. Right underneath the belly of the beast. So thanks, Mikey, for doing the video. of the Miss Montana and putting that information up on PlaneSavers. I just want to come up here and show you guys where your seat is going to go. I'm up here in the cockpit of the Miss Montana, and right there, isn't that where the seat's going to go? Thank you for your fun, cool show. I really do appreciate it. These volunteers, all volunteers, are doing some amazing work in here. Here's the roof hatch. It's amazing. Just stopped by because of your show yesterday, and I get to be inside of a DC-3 being restored. Get to see cool stuff nobody else gets to see, and they actually let us come in and take a look at it. Thanks, Mikey. Miss Montana. Thanks, Mikey. I've never been this close to a DC-3 being restored. How many people have been this close? And every good place needs a good shop dog.
I loved it. Thank you, Brad Jordan. That segment on Miss Montana was very heartwarming and very honest. Thank you so much for sending it over, and I'm glad you enjoyed your day. You know what? Brad's tour really opened my eyes a bit to how lucky myself and people in the aviation industry are to be around these airplanes every day. And it's really easy to take them for granted, regardless if it's warbirds or fighter jets or the most modern airliner. What we're doing is pretty cool, and I'm happy to make this show for people like Brad to get an inside look at what goes on. So Brad's making his smile on his face made it all worth it. Thank you so much, Brad, for sending that video in. It was very cool. So actually, it's Friday afternoon now. I'm going to go and do some viewer fan mail and give a shout out to some people who've been sending me pictures and cool things all week. So let's hit the mailbag and go see what we can find. First one off the docket is Mark. He's in the Huntsville International Airport in Alabama, and he found the DC-3 hot dog stand, Spirit of the American Hot Dog. Very cool. Love the nose. I don't know about that nose wheel, but nonetheless, I love it, and I love hot dogs, and this would be my new favorite spot if I was in Alabama. Okay, let's go off to New Zealand, where Nathan, who's a tour guide, sent us actually 2 pictures. There's this one. This DC-3 is a restaurant, and then there's the world-famous McDonald's DC-3. This is on the bucket list. I have to go to New Zealand. And if anybody's around this airplane, please shoot a tour video. I want to feature this on an episode so bad. Okay, this one's very cool. Let's head over to Nairobi, Kenya, where Naftali is enjoying an episode of PlaneSavers with his twin boys. Naftali's been watching since episode 1, so thank you very much for the support from Kenya. Very, very cool. And who knows, we might go to Kenya. Check out this Goonie bird found on Google Earth by Alex. Interesting. And just to tease me, Don sends me a picture of his buffalo hat all the way from Cancun, Mexico, where it's 30 degrees. Thanks, Don. And let's scoot over to Italy, where Massimiliano sends me this cool shot of a DC-3 he took while visiting the museum. Very awesome. And let's end it off here with Matthew from Matt Designs, who just finished up making a new WZS model for X-Plane. Let's take a look and fly off to the sunset virtually. Well, that's Friday, folks. DC3 running in the back. Woo! This GoPro is really had a tough week. It's going to have a rest. We got the second GoPro over there. Okay, folks, that might be one of the last sunset takeoffs because we're getting daylight quickly here. And if anybody knows the physics behind, or the astronomy, I guess, behind why it's dark in the winter and it's light in the summer, is because that sun is now moving very, very quickly. So I want to thank everybody for a great week. Some of the most amazing shots I think I've ever got. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Tomorrow is Saturday, which I'm going to do a Saturday episode. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to be different. So, whew.